In this project, we will be predicting birth rates with the help of recurrent neural networks. In the last project, we also used recurrent neural networks, and in this, we will also be using LSTMs as well as bi-LSTMs. So why are there two projects related to deep learning and one project related to machine learning? The reason for that is nowadays deep learning is more implementable and is more used than that of machine learning models if we are talking about time series forecasting. And as I have demonstrated before, it is rather easy to choose a deep learning model and to see how it is performing. So because of that, I wanted to show you the best way in which you can perform the implementation, and with the help of which you can just go on and implement those things into your fields and your careers as well, and that will be helpful and beneficial for you. So that is why I have decided to use deep learning for two projects and machine learning for one project. In the complete course, we have also discussed about another project that we took in the course. So if we are reasonable, there are a total of 4 projects at least in this course. There can be, if you count small projects as well, there can be a lot of data sets, but typically there are 4 complete dataset forecastings. So as we have discussed before, in this project also we will be starting with data analysis as well as data manipulation. After that, we will be moving on towards data visualization, and later we will be covering a few histograms including means and standard deviation. So we will be covering mean, standard deviation, things like that. After that, we'll be moving on towards the stationarity analysis, in which we'll see if our dataset is stationary or not. If it is not stationary, we'll make it stationary. So as you know, we will be using Airflow here, and if it is not stationary, we will be using square root method or log method to make sure that it is stationary. After that, the next step is to perform prediction or forecasting. So we'll be performing prediction or forecasting, whatever you want to call it, and in this we'll be using LSTMs and bi-LSTMs. So this is the complete part of our project, and at the end we will be discussing their performance analysis. Performance analysis, and here we will be discussing how which one is better and why is it better and how we can use all of them. So now that we have understood what we are going to cover in this project, let's get it started. The first thing that we need to do is we need to import libraries that we are going to use in this project. The first library that we are going to use is pandas. So first, let's just write import pandas and as pd. After that, the second library that we are going to use is numpy. So let's write import numpy as np. Other than that, we are going to use pyplot from matplotlib. Therefore, let's write import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. After that, the last library that I am going to import in this course is warnings. Why am I importing it? So that there are no warnings during trainings. We did not use this in the last module in the last project, but in this project it gives a lot of warnings if we do not use this library. So therefore we are going to make sure that all the warnings are filtered out and they are not considered. So let's write filter warning, and here let's write ignore. Now let's run this. There we go. We were able to import all of the libraries that we want. Now, as you know, the next step is to import our dataset. So let's write import dataset. Let's start by importing it, and it is available in the dictionary by the name birthr. So this is the name of the dataset that I have given it. Now we will make sure that we have imported that dataset. So let's write df is equal to pd.read underscore csv, and here we will write birth r.csv. So it will make sure that our dataset is taken and it is given into the data frame. Now that we are done with that, let's just check the data frame. So this is the data frame. These are the dates. These are the births that were given in that date, and these are the years, and this is the month, and this is the date of month, and this is the day of week. So these are all the columns that are inside the dataset. So now let's also check its end. So this is the tail of the dataset. As you can see, it starts with the year 1994 and it ends on the year 2014. So every one has 12 months, and these are the date of the months. So all the dates are included and all the days of the weeks are also included. So there are a total of 7,669 entries in the dataset. It is a good enough dataset, and we can use this dataset to make our predictions. So before doing anything else, let's also check its info so that we are sure about what are the data types of each column. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, and every column has 7,670 values, including the 0th index, of course. And other than that, the first one is the object type. Why is the object type? It is the object type because it is the date. So date is the object type because it includes slashes in this case, and sometimes it includes dashes or hyphens as well, or sometimes it might also include commas. So other than that, everything else is shown in integer. So there are no float values that are included here. So this is the basic dataset that we are going to use in this project. Now let's start by plotting a few of its attributes. Now what if we want to plot births against years, and we want to use it for a bar plot in which we are able to see the complete distribution year wise. So what do we want to plot? We want to plot birth rate according to year, and we do not want it to have a line plot. We want it to have a bar plot which shows the number of babies that were born each year. So what does it mean? It means that we want to plot babies per year. So this is what we want. How can we do this? To do this, the first thing that we need to do is we need to make sure that we have made groups according to year. So 1994 will be one group, and 1995 will be the second group, 1996 will be the third group, and so on and so forth. And we will be taking the row births out of that. We can also use mean operator to make sure that we are taking the mean according to year. So now let's start the plotting. The first thing, as you know, we should give it a fixed size. So let's write plt.fig is and round brackets fixed size is equal to 18 cross 5. After that, let's write that distribution 1 is equal to, so it is the distribution and we have named it 1. Distribution 1 is equal to df dot group by. So we want to make groups, as I have told you, and those groups should be according to what? According to year. So here we will write year. So that means that in the whole data frame, the data will be arranged and grouped according to years. After that, the next thing is which row or which feature do we want from all of these. So we have taken this year and we have made sure that we are making the group according to this, and these are the births. So we want to make sure that births column is plotted. So for that, let's write births here, and after that let's take a mean of this. Now after that we just have to make the plot settings and then we can discuss on the results. So for that, let's write dist1 dot plot, and here the kind is bar plot and the rotation is 2. Let's give it an x label and a y label as well. So plt dot x label is, what is the x label? It is year, sorry, small e, it is year. Its font size is equal to 14 and its color is R, let's suppose, which is red. So let's write R here. In the same way, let's do the y label as well. Let's just copy this and paste it here so that we have the same settings. Let's write y here, and instead of year, let's write births. Color should be the same. After this, let's make sure what is the font size of y-ticks as well as x-ticks. So the font size, I believe, should be something like 12. So let's first write plt dot x-ticks, that will be on x-axis. What should be its font size? Its font size should be equal to 12 so that they are visible, right? So after that, let's write plt dot y-ticks. What should be its font size as well? Its font size should also be something like 12. Now what should be the title of this graph? The title should be years distribution, just like that. And let's make its font size a little bit bigger this time. So let's do a 16 and let's make sure that its color is same. So its color is red as well. And at the end, let's write plt.show so that our plot can be showed. Now let's run this. There we go. This is a very nice plot. Okay, so in this plot you can see that this distribution is according to year. First this is 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99 and so on. How were we able to do this? We were able to do this by writing this command df.groupby. So in this we grouped by year, and what is the row that we picked? We picked the row births, and then we took a mean according to that and saved it in the distribution. So this is how we can plot something like this. Now for the distribution we took the mean, right? So we took the mean, and that's why we got the distribution according to year. What if we want to see something like birth rate? For seeing the birth rate, we cannot take the mean. We should know how many of babies were born altogether in each year. So there can be no mean. So if we are going to do something like that, here we will use the term sum. And the second thing that will be important in that case is we cannot use bar plots. Rates normally are implemented with the help of something like a line graph. So let's do one of that as well, so that we can see the birth rate from 94 to 2014, and that trend is visible. Okay, so let's do that. So before doing that, the first thing is of course plt.figure, and here we are going to give it the fixed size. The fixed size is something like 15 cross 4. After that, let's make an year sum. So for that we are going to use the same command df.groupby, and here we are going to use the same thing year, and in this time we are going to use births, and we are going to make sure that we are taking its sum. So for 1 year all of the sums will be included with each other. So that's how we will be able to see the complete sum per year. Now let's make everything else the same. So plt.plot, we will write year underscore sum, and then we are not giving it a kind, just like we did before. Why are we not giving it a kind? Because we are using the basic type of plot, which is line plot. If we wanted to show bar, then we could have given bar here. If we wanted to show area, then we would have given area here. Because we are not doing any of that, we just are writing year underscore sum. Anyway, after that let's write line width is equal to something like 3. And what should be the color of plot? The color should be something simple like red. That's what we are using before. Let's, for topology sake, use the double inverted commas. Anyways, after that let's copy paste the next two things, which is x label and y label, because it will be the same. Okay, after x label and y label, on x ticks we also want to show the range from 94 to 2015 with a difference of 1. So for that we will also have to show the range here. because it is not a bar plot, we should give it a range in which we will be starting from 94 and we will be ending on 2014. So for that we will have to make a little bit of changes in nextix. I'll show you what they are. So before font size, let's enter a comma, and before that let's enter range is from 1994 to 2015, in which 15 will not be included, of course, and then with a difference of 1. So vertex will remain the same, and after this at the end let's write the title. So title is birth rate this time. So let's write 1994 to 2014. And what is its font size? Its font size is 16, and let's keep the color as red as well. So let's write plt.show and let's see that. So there we go. This is the complete plot in which these are the births that were given and these are the years. In this is shown because we have put it the range word here, and this is due to the complete sum and due to the reason that we have not used any sort of plotting technique. So that's why it is showing us a simple line plot. So this is the birth rate distribution, or you can say just the birth rate according to year. So this is how we can also plot something like that. Other than that, we can also take 1 year and plot our births according to months. So which will show us that in which month is the most birth rates and in which month is the least birth rate. So we'll be doing that for month distribution and birth rate as well. So let's do that now.